Hey guys, well, you know what? This is just a perfect month for me. Yeah, I lost some few good tarantulas. I had my C. pers molessi escape. Still haven't found it yet. And I'm having some car problems. Then my YouTube account got hacked. Now I got it back thanks to the partner support program. And now I just found out another T died, so I'm going to show it to you. It's pretty sad, and she was my favorite. Well, if you guys remember this one, Megan, my Vicularia female pink toe, she passed away. So you can see the death curl. This really sucks. Just died just like that. Another premature death from a Vicularius. Now I'm really starting to dislodge myself from collecting more of this genus. Despite being best beginners, they're really hard to take care of. So bye, little Megan. You'll be missed. That sucks, so I'm going to give you an updated September tarantula tour. Right now, my collection just whittled down to 54. Big drop. But anyways, you guys deserve it. I've got a couple of requests to show some select tarantulas, so I guess I'll embed it into the video. This one might be a little bit different. This time I'm going to be giving you the tarantula tour, but I'm going to describe their temperament. So if you guys want to know which species is docile or aggressive, you'll know from this tour. So let's get started. Okay, this one, Brachypelma bomi, Mexican fireleg. Pretty skittish tarantula. Will kick hairs at the slightest disturbance. Docile, but can show aggression. Alright, Gretel, my 10-inch female Theraphosa blondie, Goliath breeder. You should know that these tarantulas do kick urticating hair. In my opinion, this is probably one of the worst to get haired by. Don't even bother handling because of their really large fangs and their aggression. But she's pretty cool, and she looks like she's going to be due for a molt very soon. These colors are starting to fade. She's not even full grown yet. Amastola pulchra, the Brazilian black. Temperament in these guys, they vary. Some can be very docile, some can be quite aggressive. Unfortunately, mine is pretty defensive. As with all Grammostolas, they share mood swings where one day they can be really docile and the next minute can be turned real defensive. So if you want to handle your Grammostola, your best bet is to test the temperament with the paintbrush. Just gently stroke it on the abdomen and see if it'll attack or not. If it does, then you know it's not ready to be handled. If not, then I think it's ready. Okay, 4.5-inch adult female Phonopelma chalcodes, desert blonde. Pretty much the same temperament as the pulchra. They are docile, but some of them can be a little bit defensive. But an excellent beginner. Really slow growing. Takes about 8 to 10 years to maturity. Wow. Eupalestris camstratus. This is the pink zebra beauty. Hands down one of the best tarantulas to handle. Very docile. They can be skittish as juvies, but as they reach adulthood, they'll be really calm. And yeah, I heard very great reports about this one. She's just awesome. Yasmin. The ever popular Brachypelma smithii, Mexican red knee. Temperament, they're docile, but can kick urticating hairs at the slightest disturbance. But very handleable. Adult female Avicularia versicolor, the Antilles pink toe. Her name is Tetra. Temperament, in my opinion, Avicularia versicolors are probably one of the more defensive of the avics, especially when they reach their adulthood. They can show a bit of aggression, but very beautiful. Just love the turquoise colors on these. Okay, here's Randy, my male mature male. Tapecinus gigas, orange tree spider. Don't even bother handling. These guys are really, really agitated, irritated, and defensive. Very, very fast and will bite at the slightest provocation. Best not to mess with these. Same goes for this one. I don't know if you can actually see. Stromatopelma calceatum, the feather-leg baboon. Probably one of the more venomous tarantulas that I own. And for this reason, you don't want to touch it. This little guy here is Chilobrachys fimbriatus, the Indian violet. Starting to see some colors here. Very, very fast. Will turn very defensive when they reach adulthood. Usually, generally, old worlds are really defensive and aggressive by nature. And since they don't possess urticating hairs, they rely more on their biting as a defense mechanism. Also, watch out for their venom because they're powerful. Alright, here are some of my pokies. Pocotheria saphasca lowland, ivory ornamental. This is the Bengal spotted, Pocotheria miranda. Well, you probably guys know what pokies are like. Really, really fast, skittish. Can show aggression, but not too bad. But don't handle. I see a lot of people risk handling pokies. In my opinion, it's not a very good idea because you can get a bad bite from these guys. But they're nice to look at. These are probably one of my favorite old world species. Don't like collecting the terrestrials because they have a tendency to burrow. And I prefer tarantulas that are really out in the open, such as this one. Here's another one of my pokies, Pocotheria fasciata, Sri Lankan ornamental. In my opinion, one of the more defensive pokies next to an ornata. Ornata is my most defensive one. But yeah, this one freshly molted about, I think 3 or 4 days ago. Oh yeah, she's coming out. Oh no. You don't want that. Salmopoeus pulcher, Panama blonde. Same as Tapecinus gigas. Really fast. Can be quite nasty tempered. Just blowing at it will cause it to go into a threat display. But yeah, he's a mature male. And just come to think of how he looked different before he molted. I thought this was a female. Oh well. That's life. You'll probably see Andy's leg. Don't know if you can actually see right there. Salmopoeus reduncus, the Costa Rican orange mouth. Pretty much the same temperament as most Salmopoeuses. Fast and considered to be defensive. Yeah. Here's my juvie Hedescadra maculata, the Togo starburst baboon. Don't want to handle these guys. These guys will bolt at the slightest disturbance, and they can be bitey. Best not to mess with them. Yeah, she's a little burrower, and she's only about 3 inches. Yeah, that seems about right. I don't know if you can see that one there. Just bolted. That's my Megaphibema robustum, Colombian giant redleg. Temperament of these guys, very nervous and can show aggression. If you've seen my Megaphibema robustum care sheet video, I've shown you the unique threat display where it bobs up and down, and if you piss it off a lot, it will go around a circle and shoot those urticating hairs that are located on their hind legs. Ouch. Here's my adult female Brachypelma abopulosum, Honduras curly hair. Temperament, very, very docile, very catatonic, great handling pet. I actually prefer this over a rose hair. Sure, they're not as pretty as a rose hair, but they grow much more larger, don't really have that attitude changes, they're predictable, and they're cute, they're fun. I love curly hairs. Don't know what that legion underneath her abdomen is. And yeah, she's about 6 inches right now. You can probably see the admin. There she is. She's awesome. Nandu chromatus, the white-striped bird-eater. Fast, nervous, hair kicker, and somewhat defensive. This is pretty much typical your bird-eater temperaments. So same thing also goes for Pomphibius platyama, the Brazilian pink-bloom bird-eater. And I think, yeah, my flashlight's starting to die. But this one I think it looks like a male. Just because it's starting to show pink highlights. Only females have brown highlights, so it's going to be fun when he matures. You'll get to see this nice pink color for what they're famous for. Psalmopoeus cambridgei, Trinidad chevron. I described the temperament, so I'm not going to go into pretty much detail. Don't handle. Poecilotheria metallica, the Goody sapphire ornamental. I think this is a female. 4.5 inches. Really, really pretty. Haplopelma minax, Thailand black. Don't even bother handling these. Really aggressive. Can bite more than once. And repeated bites. We call them multi-taggers. A lot of people ask me how my crossbiter is doing. Well, she's certainly doing very well, and she built a web. I feed her about crickets. About 1 cricket a week. Okay, Lasiodora difficilis, the Brazilian fire red bird eater. As you probably see in my feeding videos, she's always the one that rears up. Psalmopoeus armenia, Venezuelan sun tiger. Probably one of the more aggressive Psalmopoeus species. So don't even handle. Filaria urticans, the Peru pink toe. This is probably the largest pink toe you can actually get in a hobby. Quite docile. Brachybomb wanted me to film my Poecilotheria rufilata. It's very difficult because she's always elusive and hiding in that flower pot, but we'll just zoom in the leg. You can probably see the leg. Really, really colorful. They're probably one of the largest pokies that can attain a 9 to 10 inch leg span. Wow. That's awesome. And this one's a female, so get ready to see a 10-inch beast in probably the next, I would say, 2 years from now. In here I have a 6-inch Poecilotheria regalis, the Indian ornamental. She was in my previous tarantula video where Talia molted, which is my Chilean rose hair, Gramisola rosea. Temperament of these guys, oh boy, god, they vary a lot. Some can be really, really docile. Others can just be mean like your typical old world. Unfortunately, mine is an old world behavior. She forgot she was a Gramisola rosea, so she attacks. And there's its molt. I haven't really tested its temperament, but I can probably safely assume that she's probably evil. My green bottle blue, Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. These guys are semi-docile or semi-aggressive. They can either be docile or aggressive. Very skittish, which makes it a bad handling spider. And you can see the little tubule hooks and his charged pedipalps. That's a sign of a mature male. Actually grew pretty quickly. I had it about 2 years and about a half an inch, and he's about, I would say, 2.5 inches and fully mature ready. That was fast. Nandu vulpinis, the giant strawberry blonde bird eater from Brazil. You've probably seen its temperament. Vicularia, this is my only male that I have. Hang on, let me get it. And here he is. Mature male. Salem ornamental, Poecilotheria formosa. This one here is Grammostola pulsestripes, formerly known as Grammostola aristriata. This is the Choco Goldeny. What you're looking at here is a 5-inch female. They're docile, but be warned, they can be a bit moody. Here's some more G pulsestripes. 2 and 3rd. And there's Mr. Leahy, mature male Tapekinia skigus. This is the full-grown adult male. Here's my 5-inch male Poecilotheria ornata, the fringed ornamental. Pokey. We call them pokies because of their Latin name Poecilotheria. We use this a lot in the tea hobby. And here is my Poecilotheria petersoni, ghost ornamental. Definitely mature male. Not even full grown yet. And you can see the sexual dimorphism of pokies. Females are much more colorful. Males are just really dull. Here is Brachypelma vagans, the Mexican red rump. I've been asked questions on the temperament of these guys. For brackies, they're pretty on the nasty side. They can be really skittish and can show some aggression. This is why I don't handle my female. She's about 2.5 inches right now. She has red abdomen. She's got a tan coloration, which signifies it's a brachy. Not to be confused with the much more larger Cericopelma rhabronitans, which is the Panama giant red rump, which looks like a B. vagans on steroids. But yeah, she's pretty nice looking, but handleable wise, Here is Babichurus jacksoni, rusty thick-tailed scorpions. I'm not really much into scorpions, not that expert on them, but I find they look cool. At least this species anyways. So I got 3 of them. I got 2 of them in here, 1 in here. They're communal, so you can house them together. These scorpions are pretty nasty tempered, very skittish, and run very fast. Cyclosternum fasciatum, Costa Rican tiger rump. Similar temperament of the green bottle blue. Semi-aggressive. Very skittish. Loves to burrow. Okay, this one I will not open the cage because this one takes off. This is Ephobopus udamen, emerald skeleton. Pretty defensive when they get older. And Ephobopus are known for their venom dripping from their fangs. So that's going to be scary when she becomes an adult. Phormictopus cancerides, the Haitian brown bird eater. Serious hair kicker, and will become defensive once they reach their adult stage. Okay, for 4345G, this is my Lasiodora parahybana sling. I would say just under 2 inches. Temperament-wise, they range. Most of them are semi-aggressive and can bite if provoked. And here's my larger one. I would say he's a 4-inch male. Only about half the size. But yeah, he's a pretty boy. Alright, Acanthoscuria brocklehursti, the giant white-banded. As you probably can see, she's grooming in the background. If I could just get a good focus on her. Yeah. Anyways, temperament these guys, very, very hungry and voracious appetites. Slightly defensive in their nature. They almost mistake anything for food, including fingers, so best not want to handle this one. This one here is a horned baboon, Ceratojaris marshalli. Your typical baboon, old world type temperament. Can be very fast, very defensive, and has severe venom, but not as bad as a Pokies or your OBT. Trinachillus lagardi, Fort Hall baboon. This one's not actually that bad-tempered, very skittish, but not so much aggressive. Haplopelma luvidum, cobalt blue. No surprise, she's always hiding. Don't even bother handling this one. Here's another reclusive and quite a nasty tempered tarantula. Ephobopus murinus, the skeleton. This is the dark form. Here is Euthalus triculentus, chewy and beautiful. As noticed the characteristic mirror patch on the abdomen. These guys are docile, but can be a bit moody, just like your Gramacil rosea. And finally, last but not least, Phonopelma seamani, the Costa Rican zebra. This is the Guatemalan form, blue morph. Pretty common. Aseemanis are characteristic in having orange spinnerets and orange underside. Temperament of these guys, very skittish, so it's not really a great handleable tarantula. Yet it's so hardy, a beginner would just love it. There you have it, 54 tarantulas as of September 25th. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully gave you some nice advice on which tarantulas should be handled, which ones should not be handled. So, take care and I'll see you later. Peace.